Hello everyone, my name is Adiola Sonola. Thank you for tuning in. Today is going to be very easy because I'm actually going to be talking about reading culture. Quite a few people have asked me as an author that how do we promote reading culture amongst our children? So today I'll talk about why we should read and the value that it adds to children and adults in general. Obviously, as you know, I've written quite a few books. I've written poetry books as well, and I recently published my second fantasy fiction. And I must say that without reading, I don't think I've made a very good author or writing. I think writing and reading sort of go hand in hand. And why do I read? I read to broaden my, vocabularies. I learn phrases from it. I learn new things. I actually remember when I was growing up and back in secondary school, we had an exercise book, which you could call a notepad. And the challenge was that every day we would learn 10 new words, write them in the notebook from reading the things we read, and then find out the meaning of them in the dictionary. So that way we sort of broadened our grammar and the words that we sort of learned how to speak. And it was quite nice because the day after I would practice very new grammars in my speaking, and people will say, oh, where did you get that from? So reading culture sort of has value to you. And when I was little, I used to read, I used to get read to. And when my children were growing up, I read to them as well. And they will ask questions about anything. And you can improve your reading by reading as wide as possible, read newspapers. I read a lot of fantasy adventure, detective movies and stories, novels. And I do read quite a lot of conspiracy theory thing. I just love it. I think being a lawyer, I like to know how matters and issues are sort of resolved. But I read really widely, and you must encourage that in your children. Because what I found out recently is that because of social media, children tend to read less. They wake up in the morning, first thing they're checking some, funny things on YouTube. I must say I was privileged to have been shown something similar last week by my last born, and it had to do with this guy auditioning for something. And they call all my friends are ballers, something like that. It was quite funny. But the fact is, there's more time spent on social media rather than the reading proper books. Children read academic books, they don't read novels anymore. But novels sort of broaden your skills, languages. It helps with your writing as well because you pick up phrases, you see sentences, you're like, oh, I like that. So I'm here to promote reading culture amongst our children, even adults as well, because sometimes I do speak to people and whether or not they are widely read because they have limited, vocabularies in what they say. So thank you very much in joining me about talking about reading culture. So if you want to find out a bit more about me, do go on my website, and it is www.adiolasonola.net. www.adiolasonola.net. I shall be recording more things for you to listen to in the future. It's going to be beneficial. But seriously, reading culture is something that needs to be promoted. And I'm doing my bit. Thank you. Bye.